Hi and welcome. I'm John and this is Unique Wargaming Terrain. Guys, welcome back. For everyone that's new, this is the Monday painting video. Monday painting video, what is it? It's a painting video, but the model or models painted are voted on by you guys, my viewers. So for everyone that voted, thank you very much. I'll see you soon, guys. Right, so who won the vote? Well, it's actually a tie. 2 votes for the Raptors, 2 votes for the Sky Runner, and 2 votes for the Chaos Lord. So we do a dice roll. So 1 to 2, 3 to 4, 5 to 6. So the Raptors. So the Raptors are going to be Monday's painting video. Now, I actually got some bad news today. This is Friday when I'm starting to do this. That GW have failed to send out the correct amount of 10th edition boxes in the first wave. What I mean by that is I got mine from Air Hobbies and they're allocated X amount, as all third parties were allocated X amount, and GW only sent them 30 to start with the others to be arriving up this weekend. So instead of me, I just missed out. So instead of me just getting mine tomorrow, mine is due to come up early Monday, maybe Tuesday. Bear in mind, Sunday there's no delivery service, which is an absolute bollock-ache. There was a good plan in place. Everyone's away for the weekend, so I'm here by myself. No disturbances, no one annoying me, no one pestering me. I'm in work tomorrow, but then after that I'm off on Sunday. So the plan was to do Let's Build on all of the NIDs, Saturday going into Sunday, and then get that video up, and then the rest of Sunday just doing the Space Marines, and then doing the Monday painting video on Monday. But because of that now, that's all just messed up. So it might be a case of me painting the Raptors on Monday because they won the dice roll, but painting one or both of these over the weekend and trying to do as many Let's Builds as I can, and just trying to do as many of the jobs that I have to do off camera as I can, because there's no one disturbing me. But we'll see how it goes. I still need to finish the gargoyles off. I haven't quite finished those yet. Anyway, I'm going to get this guy primed up and ready, and I'm going to get him primed up as ready as well. And I'll see you guys in a minute. So, as you're watching this video, you would have seen yesterday and the day before the other 2 votes that were tied, that didn't win today's video, have already been painted up. So now I'm going to get these guys painted up, and I think that's a brilliant haul for the last 2 and a bit days. Getting 3 models painted, well, 3 units painted up, 2 HQs and 1 unit. First thing I'm going to do is get some Stoolies and gravel on my wet palette, and I'm going to give the gravel a little dry brush just to break up a little bit. So these guys won the vote, as we all know, from the beginning of this video. The day that I'm painting them is actually Tuesday, and the reason for that is herself was away for the weekend with the kids, and she came back earlier than I thought she would, earlier than she thought she would, just because she got the bus connections right. The car has to go to the mechanics for a service, and then instead of picking up the new puppy today, she picked him up yesterday. So then we had to go and get a cage for him, and for him to sleep in and stuff like that. So it was just one thing after another, just piled on top. So that's why now I'm only just getting on to now. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm not even going to set up a wet palette yet. I'm going to start with some lead belcher. I'm going to get that on the wet palette, and I'm going to give these guys a heavy dry brush of lead belcher, and I'll come back to you when I've done that. Right, so this is a good starting base, because at this stage you can take it in loads of different directions. Now, you've seen me paint corn guys before. You've seen me paint, you know, Tzzentch guys. I think it was the Warpsmith. You've seen me paint Nurgle guys, and I don't think you've seen me paint Tzzentch guys. But anyway, these guys can have Michael Chaos, because they're Chaos Undivided, so they can have Michael Chaos. So I'm actually going to give them a Michael Tzzentch and paint them up in that sort of way. Now, normally my go-to paint for the blue for Warriors of Tzzentch whether it be fantasy or you know 40k stuff, would be polished blue, which is an old blue. It's a metallic old blue. Now I don't want to use that because I've got half a pot left or so, and I've started using them as one of the primary base colours on my Necrons. So I want to keep that for them. So I need to come up with a new way of doing this. Not only that, when I start Thousand Suns Army, I need to have a new way of doing it. So they're heavy dry brush of silver, as you see. Okay. Now I'm going to come in with some Storm Fiend contrast paint. And I have to be very careful-ish here, because I don't want to get bits that are, there's a lot of trim on these models. So like say in here, come in, just put it in. That's the kind of effect it's going to give you. Yeah, so it's going to dry, a bit metallic-y with a hint of blue going through. I'm going to put a bit more on there. Into these little nooks and crannies. Yeah, so I'm going to carry on, do the rest of this model and the rest of these guys, and I'll come back to you then. Right, so my wet palette consists of Mephiston Red and Retributor Armor. So I'm going to say, that's only 2 colours, wow. But you can already see how great that's looking. So the first thing I'm going to do is come in with some Mephiston Red, and I'm going to get these little rocket pods. They're not rocket pods, but they're jetpacks. And what this red's going to do is really break up the jetpack. It's really going to make it stand out even more. You could do their eyes. I'm not going to bother doing their eyes. I'm going to do that on all of them, but with these guys, what I'm going to do is come in here, just give this a rough once over. Doesn't have to be perfect, just to break up that chainsaw a little bit. With this silver underneath, it's really going to make it pop up even more. There's only 2 guys in this called Armor with Chainsaw, so it's not that difficult. And I'm going to crack on with the rest of those, and I'm going to come back to you when I've done that. Well, so here we are. I actually done some weapon casing as well. You guys know me, I'm not a big fan on weapon casing and glorifying weapons and making them look fantastic, but that looks great. Now I'm going to come with some Retributor Armor, and this is a painstaking task of going around just edging all of that gold. Now I'm not going to do all of it on camera, so I'll do a little bit. Even though I think the silver actually looks better. No, actually I think the silver does look better. Let's have a look. There's the silver, there's the gold trim. I don't know, I still think the silver looks fantastic. Very straightforward. I'm going to leave it with the silver for now, in all honesty. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Things like that, this shoulder pad, I'm going to come in and just give that a little in there just to brighten up a little bit. I suppose if I was painting them as Thousand Suns, that's the way I'd go. Yeah. But just I don't know, because I think that's great the way it is, silver. If you have a comment, just chuck it below and tell me what you think. But I think this silver looks fine, and that saves you a lot of time as well if you're painting. You know, painting not just these guys, but other guys with the Michael Tzzentch. It's just treat dry brush silver and then just wash it with the. See, but I don't know. Doing something like this on his shoulder pad, I'm probably going to come in with the gold. Just break up again. I don't see the need to do some food for thought there. I like this little thing on this symbol, this hand here, just to shoulder pad, because it's just meant to be like a flayed skin over the top of it. That little symbol was on there. See, that just breaks up a little bit. She's giving me some thought there. Like I said, guys, just comment below what you think. That's a bit mad. I'm not sure. It's not even him. This guy. The silver trim or the gold trim? Silver trim? Sorry, gold trim or the silver trim? Anyway, for the minute, for all intents and purposes, these guys are about ready. Very straightforward, very easy. It's a lot simpler than I thought it would be. So basically, black undercoat, a heavy silver dry brush, and then there's Mephiston red and a little bit of gold, which we almonds come in. It's very straightforward. Like I said, you could do the eyes with Mephiston red if you want to. I didn't see the point. But now I'm going to take it beyond battle ready, so that everyone that's new here, this could be a dry brush, this could be a wash, this could be edge highlight, it could be a combination of multiple things. For all my regulars here, you know what's coming next, guys, or you have a fair idea. So the first thing I'm going to do is come in with some Eldari Emerald. Some people were edge of the seat saying, what the hell is this crazy man doing now? And I'm going to take the Sergeant, who has a plasma pistol. I'll drop that in there. See, I got you all panicking there, didn't I? And I'm just going to try and get a little overlay onto the red gun casing itself. Sorry, I just wanted off camera. And the reason for that is to give me like a sort of glow effect. It's not going to really do that because it doesn't really do the Eldari Emerald. The next thing I'm doing, I clean the brush. I'm taking some Druki Violet. That is a shade. Those of you that are new and everything else, shades like wash it, they're washes basically. I'm going to wash this gun, end of this gun. It's going to give me a nice purpley tint to it. Let's do the same thing on the flamer. So it gives it that. Yeah, if you ever see metal as it burns up, it goes like a purpley colour. Let me get this a bit more. Right, only one more thing for me to do. And now is to take some Troll Slayer Orange, which is a layer paint. Just come in, give this a little once over. Now Troll Slayer Orange is a layer paint, so it'll go on bright and dull itself down. As you can see, it's very, very bright. Don't panic, because it will dull itself down really. Usually when it's put onto like silver, it looks like rust. Because that's a flamer weapon, you see it's a flamer weapon, that's the flamer fuel cell, you can actually, your brain often tells you, oh, that's orange because it's sort of flamer fluid. Trigger the eye, trigger the mind. Right, so these guys are finished now. Very straightforward, very simple. So if you've enjoyed this, it's helped you in any way, very simple way of painting Chaos Space Marines Michael Tzzentch. Even if you're painting Chaos Warriors or Tzzentch Warriors, you know, for EOS or your Fantasy the Old World, that's a very easy way of doing it. I said I would have gone with polished blue before, but I want to save that for the next run, guys. So I have to come up with a different way of doing it. Now, when I paint 1000 Sun Space Marines, you know, Magnus's crew, I will probably approach it a little bit different. They would have the gold trim, okay, and I wouldn't use the blue contrast. I'd use normal colours and start bringing it up that way. But anyway, guys, if you enjoyed this video, helped you anyway, hit the buttons for me, subscribe to the channel, because it costs you absolutely nothing, and it helps channel in a massive way, and turn your notifications on so you don't miss anything. And if everyone can smash that thumbs up button for me, that'll trigger YouTube share this video on more and more people. And for all my regulars here that have been here since, you know, from way back when, guys, you know, thank you very much. It means so much to me. One bit of news. This is Tuesday now, by the way. This was supposed to be up yesterday, but one bit of news. Leviathan came this morning. I'm actually looking at the box over there now. So at some point this afternoon, I will sit down and start building it and film for you guys, show you guys how bits go together. Most of you would already have built half the box already. Some of you have got the box and haven't had time because it's midweek and it's, you know, time for work and everything else. Some of you are probably even getting a Leviathan box today, tomorrow, because of GW's mess up with the logistics. And some of you that live in other countries will probably get it end of the week. So I need to get it built and show you guys how it's done. And I need to get some of the models done in there for tomorrow's weekly Wednesday vote. So anyway, guys, until next time, hit the buttons for me. Thank you for watching and take it easy.